Yeah. Wake up with coffee and sports. Sunrise glow, listen coast to coast. A flow like you know.
Offensively, who made them? Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Sideline to sideline with plays to show. This network's got the spark.
When you put up 300 yards rushing against someone, that you got your butt whooped.
I feel like I would have liked to see Oregon Ohio State in the semis, not the quarters. So I think some reseeding is probably where I would change. But
they're out of their mind. They're going to do this 3 quarterbacks in a row.
Here's the crazy.
I just can't take it.
Birds keep flying high, fans cheering loud, and one podcast moving through the crowd. Meaty Boyz brawling, no holds barred loud. This wire life never in doubt. Tune into the vibe.
That's my bold prediction for the show. Devin Booker, in the next 3 years, he will be a Houston Rocket.
Because I still think Seth is still at the top of his game. I do. I think he's right there. Who knows? Maybe. Not this year, but one time soon. Why wouldn't we potentially see Seth and Roman? You know what I mean?
Tune in the vibe.
Guardly on the mic tonight. News coming in left and right. Move better with the latest fight. Gene's got that insight tight. Champions rise and they fall. Wire to wire, got it all. Every move in every brawl. Tune in for the curtain call. Wrestling talk all night long. Catch the latest match and song. Ring the bell, let's get it on. Every story bright and strong. In the ring they clash and roar. New rivalries and so much more. Titles change and legends lore.
What is poppin', y'all? It is your boy, Guardy3, and welcome to the Meaty Boyz podcast, where you can get your news on professional wrestling. Of course, joining me just like every week, he is the greatest co-host of all time. He is Mo Better. How you doing, Mo?
Hey, I'm doing great, Brett. Appreciate you. Happy to be on another Tuesday night talking about wrestling. Let's get into it.
Absolutely, and a special guest for everybody this week. He must be in a thrilled mood because the first time this year, the Saints are actually favored to win on Sunday. So, look, it's got to be some exciting times for you. He is Will the Thrill Morgan. How you doing,
How y'all
Will?
doing tonight? Good to be here. Let's get into it.
Absolutely. So, there's a lot going on this weekend. First off, I want to shout out our friends at Brew City Wrestling. They had another successful event this past Friday. So, had them on a couple weeks ago. Absolutely fantastic guys. But, you know how it is. Let's get into it. This Saturday, we have AEW Full Gear. It should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be able to throw it on, hopefully. But I figure, why not throw out our predictions? So why don't we start with maybe a match I got definitely got built up by blood and guts because one of these guys got a press slam through a flaming table. We got Darby Allin versus Pac. So, Will, why don't we start off with you since you're the guest of honor? Who do you got winning that one, sir?
That's gonna be tough. Darby Allin is tougher than he looks, that's for sure. I like Pac in this match though. I like him in this match.
Okay, well, fair enough. What do you think, Mo?
I think this is actually going to be a pretty even match. You're going to get a lot of false finishes.
Yep.
But I'm going to lean towards Darby Allin finding a way to pull it out in the end.
I'm a fan of Pac, but it would make sense for Darby to win.
That's where I'm leaning.
Yeah, it would make sense. But I'm just a fan of Pac, and I just think he's gonna take it.
You know what? Honestly, I can't blame you. I always cheer for my favorite wrestler normally, but say, nice try, by the way. I'm gonna go with Darby too. Say, I think your build are gonna probably eventually build them up to maybe take on John Moxley. So
Yeah.
I think
That's why I say it makes sense for him to win because they're gonna build him eventually.
No, fair enough. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how that goes. Speaking of John Moxley, this is kind of a two-parter, right? So he challenged Kyle O'Reilly to a match, and I'm sure it's going to happen at Full Gear, so I'm just kind of including it here. Mo, I'm going to start with you on this one. Kyle O'Reilly versus John Moxley. Who do you got winning? And my kind of follow-up question is, they're building up towards John Moxley getting his back kicked in by the Death Riders.
Yeah.
You think that it's this Saturday? Is that what we're going to get, or do you think they'll hold off a little longer?
I think they hold off a little bit longer. I think they're going to string the storyline out a little bit longer. And look, anytime you got a John Moxley match, I feel like this about Mox. If you don't clean knock him out, Mox is going to probably find a way to win the match. You know what I mean? Like, he's the kind of guy that can be down in a match, not having his best match, and he gets his hand raised. He's that kind of dude, whether he's a heel or a face. Right now, obviously, he's a heel. I'm going to roll with Mox. I say Mox gets the win.
Say, what do you think, Will?
I got Moxley. And I think they hold off. I think they drag the storyline out with him as long as possible.
No, I you know what? It's funny. I kind of agree, right? I think that Mox wins, and I don't think the turn happens on Saturday, but I don't think it happens on Saturday because it's too obvious, right?
Yeah.
I think that they'll try to swerve you by having Mox win and make it seem like all is right in the world. And then, like, Wednesday on Dynamite, that's when it happens. So
yeah, facts. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah.
So say I'll take Mox too. That should be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun card. Say, how about of course, Will, we gotta ask about your favorite. She has a match on the card. We got Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander III. Is it time for Mercedes to add the world championship to her 13 belt collection, or does Statlander's reign continue?
Well, she's already 13 times. She got a 13th belt over the weekend. I'm hoping this is going to be a drawn out storyline with her and Chris. Look, I don't like this belt maker gimmick. I can't stand it. But I think they'll draw this out. Eventually she'll beat Chris. I just don't think it's this weekend. I'm hoping they drag that storyline out as long as possible.
So she's going to get to like Mercedes 20 belts before she starts losing them at this rate.
Yep. And here's the thing that kills me, and this is why I don't like the gimmick. She ain't defending none of them.
Oh yeah, it'll be an interesting year next year because she's going to have to start losing some of them. So
oh yeah,
I'm curious if she'll just like lose them in droves or like maybe lose some, hold off, then lose some.
It's crazy, man. 10 titles, okay, but now you at 13? I mean, if you keeping up the gimmick, you got to carry all them belts with you no matter where you go. It's crazy.
TSA hates to see her coming.
Heck yeah, they just let her all of that. Just turn everything off, let her come through. Just turn everything off, let her come through. Click, go on through.
Mo, who do you got?
I think Statlander holds onto the belt. The thing about Mercedes is she's such a big star that obviously the ultimate goal is to be the women's heavyweight champion. But I think she's a draw. She's a big enough star where she's a draw without it. Whereas a performer like Statlander, I think she needs the belt to be validated. And the cool thing about Mercedes, and you pointed this out, Brett, is she'll allow another person to look their very best against her. They'll get their finishers and their setup moves and all those kind of things. She will get outperformed if you watch the match, but that's her being a giving performer like John Cena was. So I think it's going to be an entertaining match. But I don't think this is when she wins the belt. I think they're going to string it out a little bit longer. I know Will hates the belt gimmick. I guess it's different strokes for different folks. I get it. If you're AEW, I get why you do it. I think that once she becomes the women's heavyweight champion, whenever that is, I think she's going to drop a bunch of belts.
Well, all them belts gone. Once that happened, all them belts gone.
Yeah, I think she'll drop pretty much all those belts.
Yep.
It feels like it's just going to happen quick. Like, all of a sudden, boom, 13 belts to 2.
Yep.
We got, of course, we got the $1 Million Trios match with Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express versus Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks. Mo, who do you got for this one?
Man, I'm going with the Young Bucks. I'm going with Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks. I think it's going to be a banger, but I'm going with the Young Bucks.
What do you think, Will?
I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going with Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Will? Not Will.
I can't believe this. I can't believe it. But to me, it just makes sense for them to get the win, particularly for Josh Alexander. So, yeah, that's what I'm picking.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. You get the Young Bucks fighting for money, which, of course, right now they're kind of acting as the broke Bucks, so they're going to be absolutely in their bag. But
broke Bucks.
I think you gotta. I think you gotta start getting Josh Alexander some wins here. I think that's big. He came in, and he almost hasn't been pushed as dominant as you would expect. So I think it's about time to start, heating him up a little bit. So give me the Bucks and Josh Alexander.
Totally agree.
Say, how about a TNT Championship match between Kyle Fletcher and Briscoe? We'll start with you on that one.
Give me Briscoe.
Ooh, you think so?
Yep.
That's good. That's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a Donnybrook. That's for sure.
Say, what do you think, Mo?
I think AEW, they're going to give us one of those that you don't see coming. So I'm going to go with Briscoe as well. I think it'll be an entertaining match. But you know what? I think, to me, if you want to call him an underdog, I'm going with Briscoe. But I think Briscoe finds a way to win, get the belt.
Well, hey, fair enough. I'm probably going to stick with Kyle Fletcher. I feel like the match between him and Okada is something that they're gonna continue to build.
Try to build off of.
Yeah. Say, of course, we got the tag team championship match with Bro Dito versus FTR. Mo, who do you think? You got Bro Dito retaining, or does FTR take it home?
That's a close one. You know what? I'm going to show Bro Dito some love. I got Bro Dito finding a way to retain the belts.
So what do you think, Will?
I got Bro Dito keeping the belt. I don't think FTR needs him at this point. They've already proven themselves. So I got Bro Dito.
No, I agree. And I think it'd be a mistake to take it off him right now. Shout out to those guys. They're just at first a makeshift tag team, but they're the guys that took it to the next level. So,
oh yeah.
And of course, the main event of the evening: Samoa Joe versus Hangman Adam Page. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Will, who do you think? Is it Hangman or is it Joe?
I like Joe to go over.
Oh, okay.
I like Joe. I know it's not the popular opinion, but I like Joe to go over. I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's underrated because he's not. He's a well-known entity. I like him in this match a lot better than I do Hangman. So I gotta go with Samoa Joe.
Say, what do you think, Will? I mean, Mo?
I want Samoan Joe to win, but I think Hangman's going to win. I think Hangman keeps the belt. You know what? If you look back on the history of wrestling, like not all the way back, but just go back the last 15 to 20 years. I don't know if there's a more decorated wrestler in all of wrestling than Samoa Joe. Like, he's done it all in every federation, internet. Yeah, you say it, independent circle. Like, everywhere he's gone, he's won a belt. He's been impactful. Look, I think it's gonna be a great match, and like I said, I just don't think it's his time. I think it's Hangman's time. I think he holds on to the belt.
And you gotta give Samoa Joe credit, as you said. He's been over everywhere he's been. Not a lot of guys can say that.
Right.
A lot of guys can't say that.
Say, Gamer, it's definitely saw you on the ball just not too long ago. I appreciate you for tuning back in, by the way. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I think I would definitely go with Hangman here. At the end of the day, with I feel like it just almost feels like it's too early. Like, he just won the title not too long ago from Mox. Granted, actually, that was already back in August. Time's just flying, I think. But it almost feels like that. I do remember you. Say, we got to set up Hangman. I'd love to see maybe a Hangman swerve bout for the title.
Oh, I like that.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sign me up for that match.
Yeah, that'll work.
Say, why not? Next year, AEW All Out. Just run back the greatest rivalry they've ever had.
Yep.
Say,
I like that. If you're gonna sacrifice Joe for that, I'm good.
Yeah, say I'll give them. I'll give AEW credit for one thing. They've been nailing the ends of these long title reigns, so I think they'll do right by Hangman. They as rough as the Moxley one was at times, and they ended it on a good note. So,
Thanks.
Speaking of AEW, they just had their Blood and Guts show this past week. I got to admit, it's right up there with. I got to admit, I might enjoy Blood and Guts a little more than War Games. I think it's close, but it's right there, man. They're both such great shows.
That's tough, man. That's tough. And the only reason why I say it's tough is because you're looking at a bigger stage in WWE. That's the first thing. Looking at a bigger stage. And you're looking at bigger stars, particularly from what we saw on Monday Night Raw, come back to fill out those respective teams on the men's side. That's tough though. I don't know, Brett. That's tough, man. I don't know.
I'll say this: AEW sets a high bar, though.
They do.
They put on a good show, and so to me, the pressure is on WWE to match what AEW was able to do.
Yeah, facts.
It almost feels like that with. It almost feels like that. It just depends what you like, right? When it comes to WWE, they put a little more like, almost like story, like cinema, like they like to call it, like storytelling into the match, where AEW is just a lot more just gore and beating each other up to just another extreme degree. So I guess it depends on the preference. I don't think there's a wrong answer either way. And then Kyle, you can catch him next Thursday at 6 p.m. on Sideline to Sideline. But he's not on this one.
But to kind of piggyback on what you were saying, AEW to me is more of, and I know it's all predetermined, but AEW to me is more of an athletic event, whereas WB is more storyline TV type driven. That compels fans to have to watch that. Oh, I gotta watch this next storyline. Let's see, I'll just use like Braun Breaker and Seth coming back. I want to see what happens with this storyline with AJ and Becky. Whereas in AEW, you just gonna get a kick-ass fight.
Yeah, I think that's a good summation of the two federation. I will say this though, AEW and Brett would agree has gotten a lot better with storytelling. They have.
Yeah.
They've gotten better. But look, if your weakness is your storytelling isn't that great, but your matches are bangers, I'll take that trade-off.
Yeah.
I'll take that trade-off. Because if you tell great stories and you build it up, but the actual match doesn't, you know what I mean, live up to the story, that's such a disappointment. So
Yeah.
I give them a lot of credit. Like their matches, even in the women's division, they're just bangers. That brawl they had at the last event where Tony Storm and all of them were in there and they're going at it, and I guess at the end they jumped Tony Storm. I forget who her partner was, but Tony Storm basically gave in so that they would stop beating down her partner. But again, like I said, they just do a lot of great entertaining matches, and I think as long as they keep doing that, AEW makes WWE put out better entertainment themselves. You know what I mean? Like they push them to be better.
They're the barometer that WWE has to meet. And WWE is got the pressure on them 24/7. Because if they ever slip for a period of time, oh, I don't care how loyal a WWE fan is, they will turn ship. At some point, they will turn ship. We've seen it before. They will turn ship if the product in WWE starts lacking.
Right. And Tony Khan is smart.
Yep.
He's smart enough to know that WWE is so deep in talent. At some point, certain guys are going to get tired of waiting for their turn, right? Waiting to get pushed because there's a logjam at the top. And I think, I don't know who, I'm not saying names, but there's going to be a couple of guys and gals from WWE that jump ship because they want an opportunity to get pushed and shine.
That's why you saw that picture when Punk won the title and they all the champions took that picture together. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
That was petty as hell. That was super petty, but there was a reason for that post to show AEW, hey, look who we got, look what we're doing, and they going from there. But definitely, AEW is the barometer that WWE has to meet, and like I say, if they don't ever meet it, if they start slipping, fans will turn.
Let me ask you guys something. This is off topic. Do either one? I know, Brett, I know you watch TNA sometimes. Will, what about you? You watch any TNA or?
I do.
So,
from time to time. Mm-hmm.
So there's the ongoing theme that if you're from a smaller federation or whatever, that even if it's your best guy, right, your champion, that when they go up to the bigger federation or whatever, your champion, who's your best player, is like basically treated like a jobber, right? Am I the only one that gets annoyed at that? I just find that annoying. Like
I do too. You saw that with Sting. You saw that with Sting years ago,
right? But like because they did it obviously not too long ago in the pay-per-view with Joe Henry when he was the champ.
Yep.
He's the champ. He is their best guy, and he got treated kind of like a jobber.
Randy Orton.
I'm not saying he has to win, but you can let him represent his company better than what they allow him to. Like if Athena got into a match against Stephanie Vacour, I'm assuming Stephanie Vacour would win, but that doesn't mean that she should just be able to mow through Athena. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
TNA made me so mad with their last show. Did you catch what they did, Will? They you know how they built up Mike Santana's big,
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. He lost.
Yeah, he lost his first defense. They hadn't been on TV for like weeks. And on the first show back, he loses to Frankie Kazarian. And I'm like,
that makes no sense.
I love Frankie Kazarian, but like push the future, dog. Like
right. That makes no sense.
Moment.
Frankie Kazarian doesn't need it. How long has he been in the business?
No, absolutely.
He don't need it. That made no sense.
It drove me insane. It's like, so you wanted me to emotionally invest in Santana's journey, which was well done.
Yep.
And the first thing you do is throw away all that goodwill and go, yeah, by the way, here's a Frankie Kazarian title reign, which I love Frankie, but I'm like, come on, we really didn't need that. Should have let Santana at least get like a month or two before.
At least.
At least. Yeah. Give him a 6-month reign. That would have been sufficient for me. Give him 6 months. Then drop it. But not the Frankie. He don't need it. He don't need it.
No, absolutely. Say, by the way, speaking of returns, we had a couple in the Last Time Is Now tournament, a couple of familiar faces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm still mad about Dolph. Hell, you gonna bring Dolph Ziggler back, then you go job.
Hey,
Come
look,
on, man.
I mean, he put on a good show, but they weren't gonna let. Because they're elevating Solo. They're elevating Solo. There's no way Ziggler was gonna win that. There's no way. I mean, he put on a good show.
He got all his stuff in. You can say that.
Right. And the impressive thing about Dolph, let's keep it a buck. He's been in this business for a minute. The guy is still in phenomenal shape. He's still he's still an amazing athlete. That's crazy.
Say Ziggler, I'll give him all the credit in the world. He went out there and started selling like rent was due.
Yep.
So he looked amazing. I love Dolph and what he did.
We got the return, Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder too. Yeah, he I wasn't expecting that, but that was a fun surprise. I do like how granted, I know a lot of people would have preferred maybe some more like younger and fresher names, but bringing back some guys that were a part of John Cena's past was kind of a good call, honestly.
Yeah. It was. I agree.
Say John Cena's last match on Raw. It's so surreal. It feels like that. Just yesterday, he was announcing that he's declaring for the Royal Rumble, and now that's pretty much it. We got 2 more appearances. We had a fun 6-man tag match on Raw. So yes. I am kind of sad that's all she wrote almost. Only 2 more appearances left for the champ.
I am too, man. Look, every time I see him now in my head, I know what his current theme music has been, but what I in my head, all I'm hearing is Thugonomics. I'm going back to Thugonomics, man. Like people forget when he first came out and he's young and he's spitting fire and he's irritating. Like in a lot of ways, John Cena was very annoying, like Dirty Dom is right now, right? Like he was kind of the annoying young guy. And it's all coming full circle because he just took the belt from Dom, and now they're gonna go at it again. John Cena is such a giving performer. It would not shock me. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it wouldn't shock me if he lets Dom get the belt back because he doesn't need it. No, he won the one belt that he didn't have on his resume. Got it. Dom can have it back. And then Cena can go forward with the last match that's coming up, obviously. I'm the kind of fan that I'm greedy. So while I wouldn't mind Dom winning, I would prefer if Cena won again and retired with the belt. I mean, obviously he'll give up the belt and drop the belt, but I want him to go out. I'm greedy. I want him to go out on a high note. Am I the only one that feels that way?
I would love it.
I like it.
Look,
I'm not a big John Cena fan, but I recognize what he did for the sport, the sacrifices he made for this business. All his promos he went through, his stuff with Stephanie McMahon is still killing me to this day. That one promo he did with her, that kills me to this day. Guy's a hell of a performer, and he will be missed. And I agree with you, Mo. Let him go out on a high note. Let him go out. He's earned the right to go out no matter whatever way he wants to go. He's earned that right to go there.
I want to see him go out on a high note and retire with the IC championship. It almost feels like it would bring his mission statement of, well, originally it was the WWE title when he was a heel, but now he's going to take the IC title home forever. Well, obviously relinquish it. I think that would be great. I just don't think John Cena will allow it. I feel like that they would have to almost drag him kicking and screaming to not put somebody over on his way out.
Right.
It's just kind of the competitor he is. Like, we watched him for years just come back and put people over, you know, even guys who you're just like, really, him? You know, guys like Austin Theory. And I think that in his last match, he would probably win if they forced him to, but I think he's going to request to lose to whoever wins this tournament. So
unless it's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if Lesnar's in the tournament, but if he's in the tournament, well,
he's not.
All right, because if he's in the tournament, if I'm seeing that, I'm not losing to that dude again. Because the last time we was in the ring, that dude just mopped the floor with me.
But the one thing about John Cena is that he is a veteran, and veterans will do business as long as it makes sense. And I think that's how John is. I think he'll do business as long as it makes sense for that to happen. He'll do it.
Yeah, I just want. I know they're having this tournament, but come on, it's going to be somebody that we can look at and go, oh yeah, this could be a great match. Like
I'm just upset Gunther in this thing.
Like, I don't doubt that Solo could be entertaining against John Cena. I'm 99% sure Solo's not going to be his last match. No knock against Solo. I'm just saying. I don't think
they high on Solo now. They high on Solo.
I'm high on him too, but I don't think it's going to be him.
No.
I would say I've probably been one of Solo's biggest shooters, even when people were hating on him when he was trying too hard to be like Roman. But
oh yeah.
I will probably I will fight somebody if Solo's the last match. Like, I like Solo, but
right.
Right, like I've seen this match already, and it wasn't good enough for me to go, yeah, let's run it back.
Right.
The only rematches I'd be interested in seeing with Cena for his last match is, in all reality, and the guys that aren't even in the tournament, like him and Cody had such a fun match. If they decided to run that back a third time this year, I wouldn't even be mad. You know, him and Punk won last time as baby faces, I wouldn't be mad, but
that would be cool.
At this point, I would almost just rather be like, hey, let's just put him against a new face that can really benefit from beating him. Maybe Gunther, and Gunther can flex to be the guy that retires Cena and Goldberg in the same year.
Hey, Gunther.
And you can heat up Gunther until WrestleMania and then have somebody beat him, and we can restart the cycle. But
is Trick Williams in the tournament or no?
He is not.
He's not in the tournament, but I was thinking the same thing, Mo.
Right,
I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
That would make sense because they had Javon Evans in there, but I knew he wasn't gonna win.
He wasn't gonna
win. He wasn't gonna win.
I just hate Gunther. I mean,
you hate.
There's
I love Gunther.
There's no.
You know what it is about Gunther you don't like? He's this is 2025 WWE, but Gunther's an old school wrestler.
Yeah, he is, and he's old on promos, and that's what I hate.
And so he's no nonsense with how he wrestles. Like he's like a true wrestler. So he's no frills or nothing like that. But to his credit, he let Javon Evans shine. He let him shine. Like
he did.
He let him, like, Evans got off almost every move in his arsenal. Gunther let him shine, and so I like I said, it was an entertaining match, but I knew who was gonna win.
My only issue with Gunther is I think he's boring. Every time he man, come on. Come on. I'm gonna let you know, Bret Hart, that my favorite wrestler is Bill Goldberg. Man, shut up. Man, come on.
I mean, he's not great on the mic per se, but I feel like his wrestling style, I don't think he's a boring performer. I think you just have to put him up against people that
you up against right people
who complement what he does. Right. It's gotta work. Because you can't just put him up against anybody.
He needs some, and there's a lot of wrestlers who need serious help on promos. We all know this. That's why the manager was so important back in the day. But yeah, I just hope Gunther don't win this thing. That's my hope.
Gunther could benefit from a manager. I wouldn't argue with that.
Oh, fair enough.
You know what? Austin Theory is not such a good performer. Maybe he can be a manager because he's not. Because it seems like they've watered him down. Like, look, there would have been a time in your career when somebody said, "Hey, man, we're going to put you with the New Day." You'd have been like, "Man, I'm getting a big push." But in 2025, if they put you with the New Day, that means your career is going in the tank.
You done. Doggone. The last thing I remember from Austin Theory was that promo he cut with Roman. Your daddy ain't here no more.
Roman.
I'm your daddy now.
I think my favorite part of that promo outside of that was do you remember, Will, when they were leaving the ring and like Jay or Jimmy slaps him in the back of the head?
Oh yeah.
So he hits him with the briefcase, and I swear he forgot that they were like in a scripted fight or whatever, because man, he stood up and he stared at him like he was ready to just jump him on the spot.
Oh man, that was one of the best promos I remember. Yes.
Say between that one and the one I was just watching today was the Uzi promo with Sami
Oh
Zayn
my
and
goodness.
the Bloodline.
What? He's feeling a little Uzi? Awesome.
The best part about that one to me too, by the way, is when she tried to like look away from the camera and Roman turned Jay around and said, No, stay right here. And look directly at the camera.
The funniest part was Paul Heyman. He tried his best not to freaking laugh in that promo. He was biting his lip trying not to laugh.
Everybody was fighting for their life. The OG Bloodline, those were the days with Sami Zayn.
Yep.
Hey,
Love Sammy.
The real question, what would you hate more? Gunther winning the Last Time Is Now tournament, or what we got for the women's title scene, which is Nikki Bella versus Stephanie Vakir. Nikki Bella stood tall over Stephanie Vakir. So,
I hate that more.
I hate that more.
I don't even think it's close.
That ain't even close. I agree, Mo. That ain't even close. No.
You have to sell wrestling fans as something that they can go, that makes sense. I can see how that could happen. This makes no sense. They try to generate a rivalry out of nothing. Yep. And even if you wanted to go there, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, I can keep going. There are more qualified wrestlers that are deserving of a title shot. You come out of nowhere from retirement. You haven't done nothing, haven't beat nobody, and you get a title shot. Like, they just called Lash Legend up to the big
main roster,
right?
Yep.
And she's more qualified than Nikki Bella is.
Boy, I said it this morning. I said it the other day too. That child support make you do some weird stuff. And my gosh. Oh, and then what did she do after she turned on her? She showed the new merch line. You think we ain't see that? We saw that.
Yeah.
We saw that.
I'd say I think the approach I take when it comes to Nikki and like her challenging Stephanie Vakir is I don't hate it as long as she loses. It's a good name to have in your title reign, right? Like, I mean, it's kind of like, I beat, Nikki Bella. That's a great thing to be able to say. So
she is a Hall of Famer.
Say,
as much as you don't like it, she is a Hall of Famer.
I'm all right with it because I think it kind of builds the means to the end where, Stephanie Vakir can flex. I beat Hall of Famers in my title reign.
Yep.
So
yep.
As long as we get the end result right and Nikki's, slowly working her way back in ring shape, her matches have been getting better and better. So I think it'll be
do you think that? And I didn't mean to interrupt. Do you think we get a new revisit from the Bella Twins after this?
I think it's coming.
Yeah, I think so too.
If Brie is good to wrestle, I feel like it's just going to be too tempting to not give him a women's tag title run. If you're the WWE, there's no way they don't pull the trigger if Brie's able to wrestle.
Yeah.
But can you sell that? Do you know what I mean? Like, even in the women's division with the tag, like, I can't see the Bellas beating Charlotte Flair and Alexa, you can't sell me on that. You can't sell me on them beating Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. You can't sell that. You can't sell me that they could beat the Kabuki Warriors. You can't sell that. They had their time, but you do know this. Like the best version of the Bellas, they were right on that crossroads of when women wrestling was kind of more
Barbie based.
Yes, than actual wrestling.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying they can't wrestle, but it's not their strength.
Right.
And most of the wrestlers in today's wrestling, the wrestling is their strength. So that it's a hard sell that the Bellas could beat anybody that's of any stature. I just like it's like any sport. Some people translate any era. I don't think the Bellas are those type of performers. I don't think they translate to any era. I think you take somebody like AJ Lee, and I think AJ, because she's unique in how she performs and carries herself, she translates to any era. I don't think the Bellas are like that. I'm not anti-Bellas because I can remember watching them at their peak. I'm just saying this whole sell of trying to like bring them back, I think that's a tough sell.
To me, it depends on who you put them in the ring with.
Who you gonna put them against, jobbers?
I mean, and I still think I agree with you. I don't think they deserve a tag team title shot, but because it's hard to push it. It's hard to push it no matter who you put them in the ring with. It's hard to push it. I mean, no, but
you know how they can win a title and it's a good sell? Somebody helps them.
Yeah, they get some help from somebody.
You can sell that if there's, I don't know, a third person that's in their wheelhouse and they get help that way. But you can't sell that they can just out and out beat the better tag teams.
I agree.
Oh, fair enough. By the way, this might have been my arguably favorite moment of the night outside of the John Cena stuff. Maxine Dupree is the new Intercontinental Champion, and I loved every moment of this.
And it's a good story.
It's a great story. Furthered War Games. We got AJ back in the picture. I thought they did this one perfectly.
From an LA Rams cheerleader, your new Women's Intercontinental Champion.
And guess what? The way it was done, this almost good. This goes hands in hand with what I'm talking about. Nothing against Maxine, but if she didn't get a little bit of help,
yeah,
you feel that.
I feel you.
You can sell that.
Yeah,
you couldn't sell her out and out being Becky Lynch with no help. There's no way that happens.
Right.
I say, and at the end of the day, it's kind of beautiful. The Women's Intercontinental title, getting on someone like Maxine who can really benefit from it.
Facts.
I love it.
But let's be real.
And I'm rooting for her. I hope.
But let's be real too. Becky's reign was getting stale and old real quick. And with Seth gone, not being able to push her up a little bit, it just got stale. It got stale. It got old. And don't get me wrong, I like Becky as a heel. I think she's better than heel than a face. But the run was like quieter than it. You can hear a pin drop during that run.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, say it. No, that's fair. She had the fun stuff with Maxine, which obviously caught everybody off guard. But
yep,
yeah, it's almost. I would say it started out fun with the whole Bailey and Lyra stuff. Then we got the AJ stuff. I would say it was a pretty solid run, but yeah, I think we're starting to hit a point after it's all right, where do we go? I think the next step might have been to run AJ versus Becky for the title, but at the end of the day, it's the women's mid card title. I think the ladies like Lyra did great building it up. Becky, main event caliber talent. I think she did a great job in building it up. But yeah, I think it's the perfect time to let it go down to some of the mid card talent and help slowly start building up more people and see what they got.
And there's some talent there. When Sora Ruka comes back from injury, she would be one person I would put up against her. Jordan Grace is another person I would love to see go up against her. to see if she can overcome those odds, because Maxine seems to be a story of overcoming odds. And she did it with Becky with help. Let's see if she can continue it.
And how about the ending of Monday Night Raw? We learned the 5th person for each War Games team. For the Cody Rhodes CM Punk side of things, they get the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
OTC.
And for the Vision, they get Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Obviously, I love seeing Roman. I hated seeing Brock. I'm just tired of Brock.
I get you on that. But it makes sense because, him and Roman got a rivalry.
They got a rivalry that I don't want to see reignited. It's not even like half the matches between them, like over half of them were terrible. It's one of those things that it's like, yeah, it'd be like if I went, yeah, my favorite rivalry was like Cavs Warriors, and then you look at it like, okay, well, the Warriors had just completely dominated 3 out of those 4 series, and most of them weren't even great.
Yeah.
So they obviously had the one all-timer, and I do think that Roman and Brock have had some classic, like, really good matches, but I just think the body of work overall with those two did not make me want to see them rekindle that rivalry. Unless you're trying to start a rivalry with Punk, but for the World Heavyweight Championship, but also that's starting to lean into putting the title on Brock Lesnar, and that is something I also
we definitely
really
don't need to see that. We don't need to see that. No,
we're all on the same page on that one.
No, we don't need to see that.
I don't want to see. Look, if you want him to be part of this, and him be the big bully that he's known for, okay, I get that part. I don't want to see them put the belt around his waist.
Nope.
I have to assume they're smarter than that. Although I thought they were smarter than that to bring him back. So, what do I know? Look, the storyline can be interesting. I guess my question to you guys is, some things were obvious. Like, I knew Lesnar was going to be the 5th man. Knew that. I'm not going to lie and say I was sure Roman was going to be the 5th man for the other side. I thought he might be. But when he came out, that was awesome. Let me ask you this, though. Could it be that at War Games there's a heel turn?
For who?
For who? I mean, take your pick. Jay's still out there. Jay's still kind of weird. They seem like they can't make up their mind with Jay. They were right on the verge of just pulling the trigger, and then they kind of pulled it back. But where would be the most opportune time? War Games.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like, like there's certain things you can be certain of. On the other side, if they match up on the other side, I'm telling you right now, who's not taking a pin? Breaker's not getting pinned. He's not taking a pin. Lesnar's not taking a pin. The only person on the other side that's probably taking a pin is Logan Paul. He's getting pinned. Maybe Bronson Reed, because I don't think he's too. And I said that earlier in the morning show. He's not too big a star to take a pin, but that's about it.
So you think Kool-Aid Man will take a pin?
But I don't think CM Punk's getting pinned.
Nah.
I don't think Cody's getting pinned. But I do. Well, let me put it this way: unless I'm right and there's a heel turn.
Yeah.
And look, the perfect guy to be the heel. There's one or two guys. You can say Jey Uso, or you can say Cody. And I don't think Cody's going to turn heel yet.
I think it's coming though.
I do, but I don't think it's going to happen now.
No, I think it is coming though.
But it would be the right time for Jey, because if Jey turns heel now, that sets up all the stuff in the storyline going into the next pay-per-view event.
Yes.
And everybody, he'd become, what's that line? Everybody hates Chris. Everybody will hate Jey.
Yep.
It almost feels like, I feel like that this match I feel like that this has Vision victory written all over it.
I agree.
Like, obviously you got the Vision itself, you got Brock and company, but it's just the babyface team is just so dysfunctional Obviously, we have Roman who told the Usos he doesn't want to see him again till Christmas.
Right.
Now all of a sudden they might have to team up.
Yep.
It's not like Punk and Cody were ever the closest of friends.
Right.
You know, Jay's been kind of tweaking. It just feels like there's too many problems on the babyface side.
I think the vision is too old. Like Gene said it earlier today. I think the vision is too OP. I mean,
you know what? You know what kind of sucks though? I put the idea in my head, and I feel like you said Punk's not going to take a pin, and I feel like he might. Just because it's the easiest way to set up his next world title match, right? Okay. You have all of his challengers in the match. What's the easiest way to set it up? Either just have one of them pin him in a war game so you can still make him look strong. And
who gets that pin? Breaker or Drew?
It's got to be Breaker. It's got to be Breaker. Everybody's tired. At least I'm tired of Drew McIntyre. But it's got to be Breaker.
I'm tired of Drew, but I feel like they're almost skipping Breaker ahead. Like he's skipping steps. I'm going to say this. I don't doubt that Breaker will get a title shot. I don't think he's going to win the belt.
They might look at him as the not so distant future guy.
I mean, I think he's definitely going to hold a belt. He's going to have his share of belts, but I don't think he's going to win the belt just yet.
You know what? Honestly, I put the idea in my head and now I just can't get over, because I know I'm trying to think like WWE, and now I'm like, we're going into WrestleMania season. They're going to want their biggest stars fighting for titles and everything, which unfortunately points to the one guy we said earlier we didn't want to pin, CM Punk. I think it's probably either he pins him or Brock Lesnar takes out CM Punk to set up Punk versus Lesnar the second. Which obviously isn't something I want. I don't know. When it comes to Lesnar, I just don't think he's entertaining in the year 2025. It's just kind of the same old recycled stuff with them that it's been for the past decade. At the end of the day, I just find no entertainment value from Brock. I can get the same stuff that Brock does now out of guys like, Braun Breaker. I can watch Oba Femi throw people around if I really want to.
And I think the funny thing is, I think Breaker and Oma Femi are much more entertaining.
Yeah.
I feel about Breaker the way a lot of people feel about not Breaker, Brock Lesnar. I feel about Lesnar the way a lot of people feel about Bill Goldberg. The whole routine of him, the aura of him, it gets kind of stale. It's just stale. If you want to have him around as an enforcer or something like that, I think that's a role that he's meant to play. But I don't want to see the belt around him anytime soon. There's more entertaining guys out there. And we always talk about this. If you got a face champion, you need a heel champion. Maybe I'm wrong. Breaker's a younger guy, but he might be ready right now. He's a great heel. He's terrific as a heel. I would not want Breaker as a face. It would annoy me. So you know what I mean? No, I'm just saying. I think some people are meant to be heels. We've seen Randy Orton as the face. The Randy Orton that impressed me the most, the Randy Orton that had the most success, was a heel.
I'll never forget Randy Orton's matches with Mark Henry either. He showed out in those.
No, fair enough. Hey, that's cool. If you know Braun Strowman, that's awesome. I've always been a big Braun Strowman guy.
That's cool.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Loved watching him break in and start flipping over ambulances and everything. That was nuts. I was kind of mad when they released Braun, honestly.
I was mad too, because he was one of my favorite performers. I thought he deserved better.
We just watched him do things like he helped get Bronson Reed over. He was helping get so many guys over.
Yep.
And then it's just hey, you're done. So it looks like he's doing well. He's got his own show on the USA Network. So, good for him.
Doing his thing.
Yeah. Hey, one of my speaking of heel Randy Orton, the one guy used a pickup line on this girl in a Tinder chat, and his pickup line was, "I would fight 2009 Randy Orton for you."
Hey,
And
that's peak.
Randy Orton actually retweeted it and went, "This man's willing to risk his life for you."
Yep.
I like that. I
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I like I said, it's going to be exciting, but I think Brett is right. That everything points to. Put it this way, I feel like the Vision are going to basically do what Brock Lesnar did to John Cena the last time they met. I feel, you know what I mean? Like I feel like the other side's going to have a brief moment, and then near the end, the last 5 to 7 minutes of the match is going to be an absolute beatdown.
No, absolutely. But so yeah, that's all the time I have, or that's all the stuff I had for us today. Who the Big Show? Big Show's he's pretty just cooked at this point.
Oh yeah. Oh
He
yeah.
might come back
Henry
to
are done.
WWE as like a backstage, producer or something. But as a wrestler, yeah, he's just done.
I think he's done. He ain't got nothing to prove either.
You know what though? If you're the Big Show, what an awesome manager he would make.
He's got the charisma to make anything work. He's shown that time and time again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Say I will let you guys. By the way, I'll let the people watching know, and I'll let everybody know. I did put off to try to get next Saturday off, which is obviously the day of Survivor Series. If I'm able to get it off, I'm gonna be hosting a Meaty Boyz watch along. For Survivor Series. So I will let you
jump
guys
in for that.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. You can join us and watch some Survivor Series. If not, well, then you can just catch us and we'll do our prediction show. Otherwise, anything you guys want to add before we get up on out of here?
Appreciate you, chat. Just appreciate the energy. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And make sure you check us out next Tuesday.
Say, Will.
Don't forget to join us every Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, for the Sports Report podcast right here on Wider Network. Also catch more of myself on Coffee and Sports on Mondays and Tuesdays, 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can catch Mo and I on the And One podcast Thursday night. You can catch me on Sideline to Sideline, 6 p.m. on Thursday as well. And of course, Friday for the morning show. You can catch Mo and I again. We just kind of run the table on Thursday and Friday. The old double-double.
The double-double.
Double-double, baby.
And of course, this week for the N1 podcast, I plan to bring back Puppy Prospect. So it'll be a fun time. That being said, thank you guys for tuning in and hope you enjoy the rest of your night.